Good morning, good morning. I'm going to say something pretty controversial. Women are bullies. Women are the biggest bullies, as a matter of fact. Now, before you get in your feelings or start name calling and saying things like, oh, you sound like a loser, or you're not a real man, or you sound like you're crying, that's not the case at all. Let me explain. So it's easy for people to look at bullying as the stereotypical boy or man larger than the person they're bullying. Like, say, a older boy, trying to punk or make fun of a younger boy, or a boy teasing a girl. Because you're also looking at the physical aspect of it. Like, oh, this person's larger and they're imposing. So, oh man, you're a bully. Look what you're saying to this person. But most people don't look at the verbal part of it. They just look at the physical part of it, of like, okay, it's okay as long as it's a smaller person saying something to a bigger person. It's just words. It's not like the smaller person can physically do anything. It's not about necessarily the physical part. It's a psychological thing. And that's what women have on lock. That's what they have the what's the word I'm looking for? The monopoly on. So oftentimes women, since they're smaller, everyone feels sorry for them. Everyone feels sorry for them, especially when it's a guy saying something to them, because he's bigger. And it's like, oh, that poor woman, why are you talking to her like that? But in reality, women are much more adept at psychologically controlling men and punking them, trying to lower their self-esteem. Everyone talks about the verbal abuse, emotional abuse from a guy to a girl, but no one ever talks about it when it's coming from a woman to a man. Just simply because a man is larger than her. When in reality, it's not as if we live in a society where a man can just like punch a woman for talking crazy to him. Then I can see why people are like, okay, why are you letting her talk to you like that? You can legally punch her and knock her out or whatever. I'm not saying you should do that, but we live in an era now where there's nothing a man can do physically without going to jail or getting in trouble or being smeared across the internet for being a woman abuser. And women take advantage of this fact. So that's why there's a bunch of videos out there of guys, smart guys, recording their wives or their girlfriends talking crazy, saying what they're going to do, trying to ruin their life. Some women have tried to like open the car door and fall out while the guy's driving, but the guy's recording it. You've seen some women hitting themselves in the face because the guy is smart enough to record what's going on, so she can't use that against him or lie about him. But in reality, like I said, women, from my observation, the women I've been around, like my in-laws or co-workers, or the way they talk about their husbands are like 6'5" and taller. The women are like 5'2" and stumpy and short and vastly overweight. But they still run circles around their man. Because like I've said in other videos, it's all about control for women. They naturally, deep inside, resent the fact that they were designed to be followers of the man they're with. They're designed to be, shorter and physically weaker, typically in most cases. They resent that. So they do everything that they can with their mouths or their silence or the sex to try to get you to do what they want. And if you don't, they know how to tear you down more than any man could ever tear a woman down verbally. It's just in their nature. Even the other day when we went to an appointment, and then I saw for the kids, and I saw a cute little 2 or 3 year old girl. I'd say about 2, 3, I'm not really sure. But immediately she tries to start telling my boy, who's about 4, about to be 5 soon, telling him like, hey, we should play this game instead. Here, come over here, or don't do that, or do this instead. Like, it's just in their nature. Like, girls get mad when we call them bossy, but that's what they are. They're called bossy because they're never meant to be bosses. No one calls a boy or man bossy because we're designed to be leaders. It's crazy. And the saddest thing is like that when it's a really tall, large, masculine man listening to his much smaller wife punking him. A man shouldn't be punked by a woman anyway, or his woman specifically, especially. But it's just sadder to see that. And that's why I said in another video, in my opinion, I think one of the reasons women like a taller guy is not just because of the whole, like, well, I want a guy taller than me so I can feel more, he can be more dominant, or he can protect me. It's also, too, that it makes them look better having a much larger man listening to them rather than a man the same height as them or shorter. That's what it boils down to, though, on bragging rights. Like, look how I have this tall guy in check. Look how I have my man in check. You should do the same thing, girl. And that's why a lot of times they hate stay-at-home wives, because that's the ultimate submission to a man. Relying on him financially and emotionally and for food, water, shelter. They hate that because the woman isn't in control. Even if the stay-at-home wife tells them that, oh, no, he treats me well, he doesn't throw it in my face that he's taking care of me or that I need him. He respects me and he likes what I'm doing, taking care of the kids in the house and feeding him. But anyways, that's a topic for another video. But yeah, women are the ones that are the bullies. I don't care what nobody says. We just live in a gynocentric society. As much as they say it's a patriarchy, it's turning into a matriarchy now. Over and out.